Hey Jared, how you
Hey,
doing, man?
hey, Chris, thanks so much for being with us today.
Oh,
Appreciate
thanks for
it.
having me. So you're known for your kind of transformations for each role, but one of the things that's really interesting about Morbius is that you get to start in one form and then kind of go through multiple transformations over the course of the movie. Was that something to you that like really drew you to the role? Because it's quite different, I think, from other superheroes in that regard.
Yeah, absolutely. I liked the fact that there was a transformation built in to this character. It was like kind of tailored for me, and I also like the fact that this character has never been on screen before,
Yo,
and
yeah.
that I had an opportunity to bring it Morbius to life for the very first time. That's quite an honor.
One of the things that I thought was kind of cool is that even though you're a vampire in it, it had some similarities to like the Wolfman almost, which I really
Oh,
liked. The fact that you can't control yourself, I thought that was really
yeah.
cool. Um,
Yeah, the Wolfman. That's funny to talk about. I liked as well that there's a Jekyll and Hyde. There's this kind
sure.
of battle between good and evil, battle between your kind of primal impulses. It's a bit of a classic trope, but something kind of fundamentally fascinating about that too.
Well, I think people are drawn to it, right? I mean, I think that's why it's a trope. It's that people really like
Yeah,
that kind of story.
yeah.
So, also wanted to ask about the transformation physically because you've done all these movies with this amazing makeup, but you're using CGI enhanced makeup or special effect enhanced makeup. How is that different for you? Is that something because it feels like the role couldn't have been done really necessarily practically in that regard because you keep snapping back and forth between the characters?
Well, I fought for it,
Yeah.
and originally it was set up to be prosthetic,
Mhm.
and I really pushed hard to make sure that we use technology,
Mhm.
because, like you said, I thought it would just give us so much more flexibility, uh, and I'm glad that we ended up in that place. I mean, it's an exciting way to work. I guess in a way, it's like it's the future.
Yeah,
So
of course.
it's always fun to kind of spend time there.
Why not if you have it in your toolbox? But what's cool is that, at times when he gets mad, you could see it kind of poking out a little bit, right? I thought that was really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, I did as well. I mean, I think those sorts of things, it would be fascinating to see that happen in a film, that is not monstrous. That's not fantasy oriented. Like, what could you do? What are the subtle things that you could do to accentuate, makeup and other things in a completely realistic film too? I think that's pretty cool to think about.
Yeah.
Uh,
That'd be really
could
cool,
you
actually.
imagine in a scene where if you're getting angry or whatever, and that's they sometimes the lighting things will catch up, but you can increase like the blush of the skin, or the red in the eyes, subtle things that would affect the audience in a powerful way. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of possibility with that.
Yeah.
Also, I have to ask, you've played a lot of really cool villains and stuff, but was it a treat to play this kind of heroic character as well? And the fact that you get to do a lot of action, and you really get to use like a lot of physicality in the role, I think in a way that you aren't always allowed to do. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that, like being kind of an action hero.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on the super villain side of the fence,
Yeah.
so it was interesting to play a character that had a little bit of both.
Mhm.
Not exactly superhero, but has heroic qualities. And I think at his core, Michael Morbius is like, this brilliant doctor. He's really selfless. He's searching for a cure, and he's a good person.
Mhm.
And it's interesting to play that, because I've played a lot of really, you know,
Not nice
conflict,
guys.
conflicted people. Well, I mean, it depends. If you ask their mother, I'm sure the mom would say they're all wonderful. Uh, uh, but yeah, colorful characters.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thanks.
brother. See you next time.
Michael Morbius.
Discover who you're meant to be. The bad guy.
Michael, what have you done?
I was trying to help people.
but the cure.
It's a curse.
Michael.
I have powers that can only be described as superhuman. But there's a cost. Now, I face a choice. To hunt. And consume blood. Or die.
We all have monsters within us. It's up to us to control it.
What if I can't?
Michael Morbius.
You've been given a gift.
Not exactly.
Time to let go of what you used to be. Discover who you're meant to be.
All our lives we've lived with death. Why shouldn't they know what it feels like for a change? Just accept who you are.
The bad guy.
Morbius.
Holy water? Really?
Yeah. You ever see Lost Boys?
Story of my life.
A new Marvel Legend arrives exclusively in movie theaters April 1st.